going on, everybody? Joel here from State 48 Exotic, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today's going to be kind of a housekeeping episode, but kind of wanted to introduce a new segment that I'm thinking about doing, and it's going to involve like following a clutch from basically when it was just laid, which they just were, because I think I'm going to do this for the last clutch that I posted on here, which was my my for sure prove out. It's going to be the gravel or yellow belly pied bred to a pastel ivory, and that's going to be the clutch that I'm going to take you on the ride like the whole way through. So from like laying, which you know we already just saw, pulling the eggs, putting them in the incubator, kind of an update on the eggs. Right now, eggs are kind of doing great. I feel like there's one that is looking suspiciously deflated. So I'm not really sure what happened to that egg, but I don't know if that one's gonna make it. So we are looking like we're gonna get 6 really good eggs out of it, but still, that's awesome. The odds will be definitely in our favor there to definitely prove that out. So what I'm hoping for are Pastel Highway, obviously 100% Heifer pied. So that's going to be really cool. So I want to follow along that, hatch out, and then sell, and just see the totality of the investment into the original animals, what came out, and then how much they sold for. But yeah, I just feel like that's kind of a cool thing to do and kind of show how this whole process goes from start to finish, you know? So there's that. And in addition to, now we're gonna kind of already start looking at the girls we're gonna hopefully be pairing up for the next season, the one coming up. And it's kind of crazy because we haven't even hatched anything this season yet, but you know, never too early to start, right? So gonna kind of show off some hopefuls for the 2021 season, I guess it would be, the upcoming season. But we run super late. Like we still haven't even hatched anything out here, and we're looking in towards July. You know, we won't really get anybody hatching out, shouldn't, until around July 27th. Is technically 55 days for our first clutch. So our season's really late, so we have a long time to kind of get some of these females up to size. So there's some that almost are like borderline where I'm like, you might actually get up to size. So we're gonna kind of just check those snakes out. All right, so first snake up here, we have the leopard spot nose. And it was weird because when I got this girl from Nick over Renowned Reptiles, I had never thought about pied and spot nose before because it just never was a combo. So I got to looking it up and I was checking it out on the internet. And as it turns out, a lot of spot nose pieds are super, super high white. But the crazy thing is on occasion, they're not, and you get like some head patterning and you get some really, really cool stuff. So in my head, the idea of this girl being a pos het pied, just like that blows my mind. Hopefully this girl proves out because I really think that the project was abandoned a little bit too soon, and there's some real potential with what this combo does to the pied head patterns and stuff like that. All right, so the next girl up here is an Orange Dream Cine Vanilla Bongo. 1,200 grams right now, but she has been off food for a while, so it's kind of been this hit and miss with her eating, and you know, because of that, I feel like she just didn't quite make it this year. But I'm really expecting this girl to do great things for us in the upcoming year. I mean, the potential for the bongo gene, I think, is limitless, obviously, with all the genes, but I guess my point is I don't think enough has been done with it yet. There's still so many cool combos that we're hopefully going to see in this season, let alone to where we can kind of get the gene to really progress to. And now for the remainder of this, we have 2 more girls we're going to check out really quick. I am going to be the guy who holds a snake in the camera because I've got to figure out a way to light this room a little better. Like, it's crazy when you look in here, just like with your normal eyes, it is so bright in here, but for some reason, I'm having a super tough time getting the camera to compensate for the window that's behind me. The problem is the window's behind me. If it was behind the camera, we would be doing great. So I think this is gonna be the best angle to actually show the snakes off, so that's what I'm gonna give you. All right, so this girl here, as you can see, is doing her absolute best to be a ball python. But she is a hidden gene Woma, but she's 100% het for puzzle. And I know I've talked about her in the past, obviously before, but she is actually at 1,500 grams. It's insane to think that that is a 1,500 gram snake, but she is very thick around, and she actually is off food. So it's kind of sucky because I don't really have a male that's ready to go yet for her. So whether or not we get lucky enough to have her lay on some eggs for us this year, I'm sure she'll be going next season. Okay, next girl up is probably going to be my most anticipated clutch of next year. The potential in the pairing can be insane. So this girl right here, balled up as usual, but this here is a Pastel lesser spot nose, and she is 100% het for puzzle as well. So this girl here is gonna, geez, like, I don't know if you all have seen spot nose puzzles, but they were kind of the puzzle that really got me into puzzles. I feel like Spot Nose is doing such cool stuff inside the puzzle complex, and the Mojave, obviously, like, incredible. And then the lesser puzzles are amazing too. So a lot of the Bell complex seems to be doing great stuff. So we have Spot Nose in there, we have lesser in there, and then we also have Pastel. And Pastel has been doing great with puzzle, like everybody knows too. So this this visual could be just, it could be the wow snake that I'm really looking for inside the puzzle gene. So I don't know, I'm hoping for some really cool babies from her, but I cannot wait for this girl to go. All right, so these next girls are more of a no way, but for as strong as their feeding response is, these girls realistically might even have a chance. They're all kind of in that 600 to 700 gram weight limit, and they're less than a year old. So these snakes, these four are kind of like, dude, they are just putting on the pounds for me. So the first girl up is the Pastel Super Gravel Pied. You can see she is less than a year old, and she already has a pretty substantial size to her. She, like the other three that we're gonna kind of go into, she just doesn't stop eating. They eat and shed always. It's ridiculous. So always good to have that problem with a ball python, because as a lot of us I know have experienced, they aren't the most savage of eaters. But I am super happy, obviously if this girl doesn't go this season, she will definitely go in 2 seasons. But in either case, I'm super excited to have her here. Obviously, I'm not gonna push it too far. I'm definitely gonna let the snake be a snake. But if she could breed in this 2021 season, that would be like insane. Maybe super late in 2021, maybe like around now, where arguably I'm still kind of doing some pairings. So, like I said, we have a late year. Snakes can eat a lot longer here just based on our climate. It's always pretty hot here. So, so who knows, right? We can always dream. All right, so next girl up is this prime candidate here. This is a Phantom Sapphire. Really, really excited about the Sapphire project. I think it has a ton of potential, but I think this gene has a ton of potential, obviously, or I wouldn't have invested in it, but it's a really cool gene. It's starting to busy up patterns, making things maybe even a little more darker, and Phantom is a really cool gene that I didn't have here yet. So I'm super excited to get both of those genes inside some recessive projects. I don't know if I'm gonna try to go puzzle or the Clown Pied route first, but who knows, maybe even Sunset could be in the mix with that. But like I said, the odds of these girls getting up to size is super low. But I kind of just wanted to give everybody an update on last year's hatchlings, and I felt like this could kind of just mesh in real well. So here's that update. So there it is. The fateful snake and shed happens in every video, right? And this would be the Mojave puzzle. As I was talking about earlier, the Bell complexes seem to be doing crazy things inside puzzle. Like, who would have thought puzzle would be doing this to a Mojave? That doesn't really, it just kind of doesn't make any sense. It does really crazy things. But as a testament to their appetite, she would be in shed right now, right? So this is the Mojave puzzle in shed. Hopefully we can get some het hypo out of her, because I believe there was some hypo in the pairing. So that's definitely like the direction I want to take the hypo project here. I think there's too much potential in the hypo project, and then there's obviously even more potential in the puzzle project in my eyes. But yeah, this is a stunning snake, and maybe, just maybe, we can get her up to size. And the last girl on the list is the Clown Pied we picked up last year. This girl too, so I keep beating this into y'all. These snakes are eating great. These four, they're eating great. And this is the fourth of that group. But as you all know, I would consider myself a Clown Pied activist. I absolutely love the project. I think there's so much potential in it. 2 of the best genes in the market in one snake, and they mesh so well together that why wouldn't you want to keep plugging along in this project. Like, think about the things that we have done with Clown already by themselves, Pied by themselves, and now bringing those together. Like, there's some miles to be ran in this project. So super excited to get, you know, a female, like an adult visual up to size. Just having that visual and then the double in one snake is, I so pumped on this girl. I absolutely love it. And like I said, you know, this is just the single gene. There's so many combos that have been shown off last season and now this season's coming out that are just mind-blowing, and this is definitely the project that gets me really excited. All right, so there you have it. There is some realistic hopefuls for next year and some unrealistic hopefuls for next year, but I hope you liked both in either case. I'm super excited for that Clown Pied project, as you know, I'm sure is just being beaten into this channel's name. But like I said, I think there's a lot of room left to do some really cool combos, and it's what gets me excited. And ultimately, that's what everybody should be doing in this industry, right? Like, chasing after something that you really like and you're really interested in is gonna take you so long to get bored of it. And that's what I'm trying not to do here. I love this. This is just so much fun. But without further ado, I hope you all are having a great morning, evening, night, whenever you may be watching this. And until next time, we will see you all later.